Hey guys, my name is Trevozzy and welcome to another Starcraft 2 cast. This time we have a Zerg vs Terran on the map. What's this map called? I don't actually know. This is one of the new maps, so I don't actually know what it's called, sorry. Oops. Anyway, in the top rightish corner we have tafkap spawning as the red Zerg. In the bottom left corner we have Kalin spawning as the blue Terran. Now, once again, I grabbed this from the same site, and I'm pretty sure this is a platinum level match, so it should be a good one. As we see, tafkap sending his overlord in the wrong direction, but normally you do just send it around in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. You don't normally just go straight across, so that's not his fault. Kalin is opting to not put a supply depot at his ramp, to not at least wall off yet, but we shall see if he does. tafkap now droning up, getting 13 drones already, pretty fast there, as we see a barracks now going at the ramp, maybe looking to wall off, maybe not. tafkap is gathering the resources up, so he's going for a very fast expand, very fast. He's going for a hatch at 13 supply, as we see a drone going off the scout. That's a very early expansion there. I sometimes get mine at 14, but 13, wow, that's early. Maybe not. Maybe it's a tactic used by better players than me, I guess, because I'm not in platinum, to be honest. Our refinery going down for Kalin, as we see nothing else being built, just more drones being built and made up as he builds the hatchery. An overlord going over towards his ramp, as we see Kalin sending his scout, and will he see? He should see that, come on. Yes, he does see it. He does. It's weird, when I go to select one player's camera, it locks onto that unit for some reason. He's trying to bunker rush this expansion. That is very interesting, as the spawning pool is now going up. Only 3 drones being sent off the line to try and kill this SCV. Will he be able to do it? The SCV is taken out and the bunker is incomplete. I'm sorry, but there was a scout going on here by the drone, and I'm just going to check what tafkap was able to see, and he was not able to see anything. Oops, back to everyone, and we see... Why is their base under... Oh, okay, don't worry, it's just the drones attacking the bunker. Spine crawler, sorry, 2 spine crawlers now going out to protect this expansion, as we see the queen popping out, and 4 zerglings. That bunker rush was while he wasn't able to finish the bunker, it was a good move, because it forced tafkap to get out some early zerglings, where he probably would have preferred to drone up a bit more. No gas yet for tafkap, as we see a second queen popping out over here, so he's looking to get that lava production up and going, as we see the second refinery going up for Kalin. No wall, just a little opening, as we see a bunker and a command center going up at the expansion. Both these players opting to go for fairly early, very early expansion for tafkap, and a fairly early one for Kalin, compared to the last game I casted where they were both really late. Just some more drone production going over here for tafkap, as the supply count is pretty similar at the moment, as we see another spine crawler being made, looking to get some some nice defense up there, as he was forced to get some units out just to protect, not drone up properly. The Marines taking out another scout from tafkap. As we see a tech lab and a factory now going up for Kalin. As we see, all the units rallied to this single point, so that's why all overlords are just hanging there. tafkap now getting fairly ahead on the supply count, now 39 to 27. Let's have a look at the units. To have 25 drones to 21 SCVs, which isn't too bad considering Zerg are supposed to be ahead on the drones. because they need a lot of minerals for their massing of units, as we see all extractors now being made on all spots. As we see the sparkles just spreading out the range there. Back in Terran space, we have an orbital command making some mules, a second factory now being made, a supply depot, a second barracks now being made, tech lab going on that factory, and no one working at this expansion. So we see another command center being made and a refinery. Only a marauder and a couple of marines is the total capacity of Terran's force, as we see the Zergling at the watchtower. There is only one watchtower in this game. And it is in the middle, so it's good that which is very helpful for considering that they are in opposite corners, meaning they're most likely just going to walk through that middle on their way, and the Zerg player will be able to see when he's coming. Blue Flame Hellions now being researched in the tech lab. Blue Flames are a very popular unit these days, as we just see in the evolution chamber, and still only tier. Well, the the lair is now being made, morphed from the hatchery. So I'm possibly looking for some Hydralisks, Cumulisks, or Infestors. But being the only Zerglings at this point in time, as well as metabolic boosts being made, are researched. I'm guessing Infestors. Because usually you do not get Hydralisks without getting some roaches. But no, we have a Baneling list being made over here with some drones over here working on the expansion, 2 Blue Flame Hellions, and a couple of Marines and Marauders. Zerg is going to be wanting something other than just Zerglings at the moment with those Blue Flame Hellions, as well as the fact that a tank, no siege mode yet, starport being made here as well, tank, and yeah, there's not actually that many Marines for the Zerglings to try and take care of, but there is a lot of Zerglings, so they would be able to take all these Hellions, but taking a bit of damage, but they should be fine. Still no, other than the Banelings, still no tier 2 units. Well, Banelings are tier 1 actually. Just mass Zerglings here, as we see Blue Flames, the Hellions taking control of the watchtower in the middle, as we now see a Roach Warren going up. So I wonder why he built a lair when he isn't even building any tier 2 buildings yet. It's interesting, as we see a third queen being made here, possibly looking to do some creep spread, and melee attacks 1 being researched in the evolution chamber. Back in turn, we have 2 tanks, no siege mode, but siege mode is halfway being researched, medevac, and just a couple of missile turrets going up in the smoke, so we can see there, as now 10 roaches are being made. That is, he did have a lot, and he still does have a lot of resources, 900 gas and, well, before 700 minerals, but that's because he went for that very fast expand, and we've got a couple of banelings being made, as well as roach speed and baneling speed, as well as an infestation pit. So many things going on at once here. We see an Hellion drop occurring in Zerg's main base. He's got none of his forces up here to counter that, but all the fast reaction from the Zerg player as he gets all these things up there, and those, will they fly away? No, they're just going to go off and try and drop again. 2 Thors now, for the first one's finished, 2 Thors now being made. So Kalin going for a very ground heavy force here. That is a lot of Zerglings, as we probably just missed those Hellions being taken out. No, they're over here. Sorry. But the Zerglings are keeping those Hellions at bay. But like I said, there's a lot of lava here, but that is a lot of Zerglings with the level 1 attacks finished, and 6 Infestors now being produced. The Zergling Infestor build is not very, I haven't seen it very much, but it does seem to be quite effective when used and microed properly. You wouldn't think so, considering Infestors can't attack other than using spellcasters, and only having weak little Zerglings. But when you have a lot of Zerglings with, also the use of fungal growth and possibly parasiting these tanks or Thors can be very effective. Here are those infestors. Has neural parasite being researched? No, not even pathogenic glands. As you see, the supply count very even. Units 38 drones to 48 SCVs. So despite having that early expansion, Zerg is behind on these worker count, but that is probably because of that harass from the Hellions. Barrow now being researched as well, as well as level 1 attacks for the Marines and Marauders, as well as level 1 attacks for the vehicles such as the tanks and the Thors. So he's looking to level up this nice big army here, as well as another expansion going on, which will possibly be moved over here. Terran possibly looking to move out now with his nice ball of units, as we only see infestors. Bit of creeps we're growing here, as we only see a few infestors at the front, where we see sorry. Yeah. Okay, as we see Zerglings and couple of banelings and roaches. Zerg is going to have to do quite a lot of show off his micro skills to take out this ball of units. As we see another 28 Zerglings being produced, as well as pathogenic glands in infestation pit, as well as level 1 armor. As we see another expansion going up for Zerg. That is a lot. I can't count how many Zerglings that is actually. A lot of banelings being produced, so Terran is going to have to watch out and possibly do some kiting with these units to avoid those banelings, especially considering they have baneling speed as well now. I'm pretty sure. Yes, they do. A 4th queen being made. That is for this expansion, I'm guessing. Yes. As well as combat shields being researched. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep an eye on this Terran army as they are moving out. It is a nice big army, even supply count. These blue flame cannons are taking out that queen, but Zerg will get a nice warning to gather his forces, which he is not doing. They're just spread out all over the place. As we see Terran moving up with his Marines, Marauders, tanks, and Thors. All these lings running right into the blue flame Hellions. There is not much trying to get a good surround on those units, and a lot of banelings going off, as well as fungal growths going off. No parasites, but he's only got roaches and infestors left. But that was a great surround and baneling push on all those units. Those Zerglings able to take out basically all those Hellions and Marines. Well, not all of them, but to distract them with the Marines and all that, trying to focus on the Zerglings. And those banelings were able to destroy basically the entire force of fungal growth, working on the Thors and siege tanks at the back. That was a great defense from the Zerg player, with Terran basically losing all his army there. What's he doing? He's rallying his forces now in the middle here. While it was great defense, Zerg did lose a lot of his Zerglings, just a few roaches left and all these infestors. So as long as he can mass up again, Zerg could take this one. But all these units are still being produced for Terran. Seeing a lot of SCVs being transferred over here. Level 2 weapons now being produced for... Where's the armory? There it is. For the Thors and tanks, as well as a Viking now coming out. 2 more Thors, 2 more Hellions being made, so he's trying to mass up his forces again as quickly as he can to go on for another attack. He's seen that all he has is really Zerglings and infestors, but now he won't have as many Zerglings unless he can. If he take Zerg now moving out, running into those siege tanks, getting us around on that tank, taking out one, taking out a second tank, taking out the Hellions and a few Marines, not taking out this tank yet. No, he's decided to retreat his roaches back to his base as we see an expansion going up high yield, but Terran will be able to see that and should probably head down there to take that out soon. Zerg was not able to take out that Thor or these back tanks, as we see more units heading out to the center where he's rallying as he's taking out. He might want to he does not cancel that. That is a huge mistake from the Zerg player, as it just gets destroyed there. Just more Zerglings and more Roaches and Banelings being made with level 2 attacks. Melee. This is a pretty even battle at the moment. Zerg being able to mass up very fast, but this is a very big force actually. If he goes out and attacks this now and micros properly, he should be able to take that out and then move on to wipe out Terran. As you can see, another extractor being made over here, with the workers going well on the expansion. As we see, a planetary fortress at that base. These Roaches and Zerglings trying to get attacked on here, but the Banelings aren't getting very far. The Infestors are keeping these Thors still, but the Banelings weren't able to get through very far. All those Thors and tanks were taken out, as well as these Marines. And Kalin has left. That is a good win for tafkap the Zerg, as he had big, maybe not necessarily a bigger army, or yes he was. There was just a lot of lighter units, but he was able to just focus fire on all those Thors and tanks, and Kalin didn't really. He had a pretty even chance, but it was just bad luck. Oh, not really bad luck, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of focus fire, and there's just too many units for Kalin to attack, and tafkap was able to take that one out. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment about the match. Leave a comment about my casting skills, because I want to get better. And leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry, not subscribe. And I shall see you next time with another StarCraft 2 cast. So thanks for watching, guys, and take care.